we are going to be looking for the different characters in this story. Carlos, that's your last warning before your name gets moved down. We are going to be looking at the different characters in this story. When you see a new character, I want you to give me a silent signal that says, I notice a new character. And then we'll stop and talk about that new character. Click, clack, moo. Cows that type. Jose. By Doreen Cronin. Pictures by Betsy Lewin. I need voices off. I need bodies facing this way, Jose. Jose. Turn your body this way. Thank you. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long, he hears click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Brian. Does anyone notice a character on this page? Can someone give me a silent hand? Fernando? Who's the character that we meet on this page? What's his name? Farmer Brown.
I know it.
So our first character is Farmer Brown. We're going to put him on our list when we're finished.
He was copying me.
At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. Have we met any new characters yet?
No.
Kai, see what you just said again. What do you guys think? The cows are characters?
Yeah. You don't see them in the picture. What?
They're still there. Then, he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. It was hard enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets? No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets.
What's that?
So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today.
No. You're not going to get
So I think Kai was right. I think the cows are new characters. Yeah, you agree, Fernando?
I agree too.
No milk today, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. Any new characters?
Yes. The chickens are the new character.
What did you say, Jesus?
The chickens are the new
The chickens are new characters. You're right. There they are. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed. No milk. No eggs. No eggs, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard them. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. So far, can we review? We have Farmer Brown. We have The cows. And we have the chickens. Very good. Cows that type. Hens on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious.
What does furious?
Furious means very angry. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown.
Character.
Is he a new character or have we met him before?
We met him.
We've already met him.
There's a duck. A duck is a new character.
Duck is a new character. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. It means he wasn't on either side. He was kind of in the middle. The cows, excuse me. The cows. We have to keep reading to find out. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer.
From the pig. Why?
Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. They'll trade. They'll trade their typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door, and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter.
Now the chickens are gonna want something.
The next morning, he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the duck. Click, clack, whack. Click, clack, whack. Clickety, clack, whack. Do you think they get a diving board? All right. So we did such a good job of talking about our characters. Can we list them really quickly on our board? Can I have a quiet hand for the first character that we met? Who remembers the very first character that we met?
Farmer Brown.
Quiet hand. Carlos.
Duck.
Duck was the very last character that we met, but I will write him up here. Duck.
Goose. That goose. Oh, I like that. The first one is
Who else did we meet?
Farmer Brown. Pig.
Jose.
Chicken.
We met some chickens. That's
No,
right.
hens. You can call
Chickens
them
and hens are the same thing. Hens are just female chickens.
chickens.
So I'm going to put hens in parentheses.
So chickens.
Larissa. Farmer Brown.
I can hear. Why are you putting that in pattern? Here. Miss Devin, why are you putting them in pattern?
So that we can see the differences.
And
And who remembers the last character? What
the
is it?
duck.
Not the duck. We already have the duck.
The cow.
Thank you, Richard. The cows.
Miss Devin. But we saw pig and the horse and
We did see a pig and a horse, but these are the...
and a cat. Those were the main characters. We didn't see that cat.
Thank you. So I'm waiting for voices to be off. These are the main characters. These are all the characters who had parts that were... Main means they were really important characters. They did things that were really important. Okay. Now that we have our list of characters, we can use... Friends, I would like faces up here, Jose. and hands down, and friends on their bottoms. And waiting for you to be on your bottom. Take your hair out of your mouth. All the way out. Thank you. Now, we can use our sentence frame. Let's see if this stays up. Who is a character in this story? Can someone raise a quiet hand? Can someone raise a quiet hand? Carlos, that's the second time. Can someone raise a quiet hand and use this sentence frame for me? Brian? I'm sorry, I can't hear Brian because other people are talking. So, Farmer Brown. Awesome. I would like you to turn to your partner on the rug and use one of these characters in this sentence frame. You need a partner? Can you be with Fernando and Jose? So I'm going to wait for friends to turn, be on their bottoms, take their sweatshirts off their heads, not be touching each other. I'm waiting for Jose, I'm waiting for Yaretsi, I'm waiting for Helen and Ashley. On your bottom. Thank you. Could someone give me an example of a sentence that they just told their partner? Jose Luis?
He didn't know his partner.
Sabrina? Very good. All right, now we are going to do our second one. So you're going to use, oh, I guess I should fit. You're going to use this second sentence frame to talk about the same character you talked about in your first sentence frame. And you're going to say, this character is interesting because. Can someone give me an example of why Farmer Brown is interesting? Christiana, can you give me an example of why Farmer Brown is interesting?
Because he's mad at the hens and the cows.
He's mad at all the animals. So you could say Farmer Brown is a character in this story. This character is interesting because he's mad at all the animals. Okay?
There's no space for the animals.
Well, it's really short, but it can really be as long as you want. Pretend that it's much longer. Okay, so please turn and talk to your partner, and this time use both sentence frames. Okay, let's be ready in 3, 2, braces off, sitting on our bottoms.